So we want to start the year off by focusing on minimizing. Minimizing what? Minimizing all things. Minimizing your lives. What are we minimizing?
Everything. Happy New Year! We just want to thank all of you for being so supportive in this whole 9 months that we started this journey. We want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. We really hope and pray that y'all have a wonderful new year, and we are so excited to bring you guys more content, all things motherhood.
So to start this year off, we want to focus on minimizing our homes.
And that's because as moms, I think we get to the place where our house is so filled with stuff and more stuff and more stuff. Our closets might be exploding. Drawers might look like they're all tucked away, but when you open them, they look like a hodgepodge mess, exploding with so many things. And I think we tend to forget to go through our stuff. So we want to take that time this month. Maybe it'll take longer, we're not sure, and just go through stuff starting in different areas of the house and minimize so that our minds are more clear and so that everything has a place and a home.
We're mostly focusing on her house for this.
And if y'all convinced, we can add her on this project of minimizing, because some people need it more than others.
So last year I Marie Kondoed my house right before I moved, and so I already went through this whole minimizing phase last year, and it was awesome. I did it right before I moved because I had a really small house before, and I moved into a bigger space, but now I'm just not motivated. So maybe seeing her house become more clean and decluttered will motivate me, but at this current moment with my 4 kids that I have 4 and under, I am not motivated to add more to my plate.
Guys, we just need to convince her to do it. We all know, and by we all know she needs it.
So instead of minimizing by category, we're actually going to be going through and minimizing by room. So today we're going to be starting off with the kids' rooms and starting with something very simple and basic. We're going to be going through and minimizing the children's stuffed animals. So on to the video.
All right, so here we are in the girls' room. You're gonna notice that it's really, really crammed because it's pretty small. All 3 of them are in here, and we need to make a lot more space, give them a lot more space in their drawers, give them a lot more space just in the room to be able to move more. And so I am asking them to get rid of quite a lot of things, but it's gonna be their choice on what they wanna get rid of. So we're just basically gonna put a limit on everything, like how many stuffed animals they can have or how many like shirts and pants and all that stuff they can have. So here we go.
All right, so it starts off with a huge dollhouse for such a small room. I think it's way too big. And then we have some laundry to put away. We have 2 toddler beds. Granted, we are transitioning from that one to this one, but notice that is, I'd say, majority of the stuffed animals, but I think there's still some in the playroom.
Mm-hmm.
So for many kids, it's really hard to get rid of their things, and that's because many of them justify that they still use them even though they might actually not be using them. For my kids, they've been practicing decluttering and getting rid of things for a while now, so this process wasn't as difficult as it would be for some kids who aren't used to getting rid of their things. I think what made it more challenging is giving them a number of things that they can keep and having to figure out what they need to get rid of. Usually I will give them a garbage bag and ask them to fill it up with toys that they are willing to part with and pass along to other kids. I think it's much easier for them to fill up a bag when I ask them to of things that they don't use as much versus telling them how many of these stuffed animals they can keep and then parting with the rest. So if your kids struggle with giving away their toys or their knickknacks, a good time to do it is when birthdays or holidays come so that you can have a conversation with them about new toys coming in and being able to part with other ones so they can make space for the new ones. Just go ahead and start off with giving them a bag and saying that you'd like it to be full. If you have more than one child, you can start off with a garbage bag, but if you just have one, I would start off with a small shopping bag. But don't forget, it does take practice, and they'll only be able to part with them as rapidly as my kids did once they have done this several times over the years. I mean, even as adults we struggle, and we all could use some more practice. This time around, they are trying to sell these stuffed animals to raise money for an organization called Kids Helping Kids, but that was the decision that they came up with a few days after we made these piles. So it's something that they weren't even aware of as they were getting rid of them. Whatever they don't sell is going to end up just being donated.
So there you have it. We went through our stuffed animals, we got rid of 2 whole garbage bags, and now each kid has up to 5 of them that they can keep in their bed. Now it's actually much more maintainable, and we don't have to have stuffies on their floor or stuffed into a bin. It just feels so much more opened in their room.
So one of the things that I do to help them out with organizing is just giving them little boxes that we get from different containers. Some of them are obviously in better condition than others. I try to use ones that have more of a shine to them, and then with time the idea is that I would wrap them up with that sticky paper. Like here's an example of 2 of the boxes I gave them just so that they can keep their little knickknacks in there. Next time we're going to go through their books followed by all their clothes.
So mamas, we hope you found that helpful. Please tell us the ways that you minimize your kids' rooms and any tips you might have for us.
We'd love to have you guys join us on this journey, whether you start with stuffed animals or a different area of the house. Just go ahead, let us know which area of your house you're starting this year.
If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel to get notifications for our new releases.